times on the first day. And as time went on, and my family, my friends, my followers, and just the general public that came and, sort of became part of the dream and became part of, like, will I call it the journey. Even when I wanted to give up and I saw how invested people were, it dawned on me more that I knew I wasn't doing this for just myself, but in that moment, it was more about the people that were there. And I could not have finished that 100 hours without those people. So I could not have said, oh, I've done 100 hours, so I'm going. I have to thank them. I have to talk to them because it's important to me that they know how their support and their impact and their presence there, both online and offline, helped me get through those days, or helped me get through those hours, and helped me get through those, very, very difficult times. I would say I drew a lot of strength from God because, honestly speaking, my body did fail me. My body failed me so many times. And every single time that my body failed me, especially on the first day, I cried to God and I begged for a miracle. I remember on the second day, we had an entire worship session under the rain. I wasn't under the rain, but the people that came there, my brother, my friends, my followers, like the people that were there were under the rain, not a care in the world about pneumonia or sickness, or they stayed there and they prayed and they cried with me for at least 3 hours, just begging God for strength. Because honestly, my body had told me, I'm done. I'm not doing this with you anymore. If you are going to continue, you are on your own. So I could not have done this without God. It's impossible. If I tell you that, oh, I worked out, it was the working out, the working out got me there. But what kept me there was God. And I honestly drew strength from every single person that was there. Like if I want to start saying, thank you to this person, thank you to this person, thank you to that person, we will not live here. Because some of you saw them, some of you heard them, some of you watched the live and, you saw these people, and this support didn't start from when the cookathon. I heard a lot of people saying, oh, you're there when it was cool to be there. Like, at no point was it exciting. People were standing under the sun, under the rain. At a point, the food I was making wasn't enough to go around. The small chops we had made provision for, the cocktails, like, we had maxed out on everything, and they were still there. They didn't have to be there. They could have gone home to rest. I heard there was so much traffic, the road was blocked, and people were literally going through the fence to come. And it wasn't like they took selfies with me, or they got merchandise, or they got money. So it was, honestly, I feel like it was purely just Nigerians seeing a dream that was viable, and they just wanted to be a part of it. Yeah. And honestly, I think that is something that we need to propagate, because there's so much negative press about Nigerians, but we're such amazing people. Just give us a chance. Yeah. Honestly, just give us a chance, because we will thrive in the most difficult conditions. In the most difficult conditions. People couldn't breathe in that place, and they were still there. They were still cheering. They were still chanting. They honestly just wanted to see me get to the end. Like, nothing beats that feeling that people that don't know you from Adam, don't know your father, don't know your mother, decided to come and fight for a cause because they believe in you. It's honestly everything. How will I feel if my record is not validated? To me, my record has been validated. That's right. It's what is coming is a certificate. It's just a certification. Because, do you see what we have done? This is everywhere. Everywhere. Like, people are talking about Nigeria from countries that we did not even know existed. Like, what more do you want? It goes beyond, it has gone way beyond the certificate, and it has gone way beyond the plaque. And because I know in my heart that we did everything by the books, every single thing by the books. We made sure that we left absolutely no stone unturned when we looked at the guidelines. We got the timekeepers, we got the adjudicators, they ran their shifts. We did it all. We measured every single meal that was made. We measured the yield. We counted the numbers. We have all the statistics. We have all the documentation. Like, it wasn't child's play. It was a very deliberate attempt, and we put in the work. And because I know that we put in the work, we were live the entire time. We were live the entire time. So if there was anybody that had the time and watched it from day 1 till day 5, they know that I did it. They know that we did it. So if the attempt is not validated by Guinness, what's their problem? Then to your second question, how will I feel if a Liberian chef? I've done it. He should try it. And I didn't do this to say nobody else. You do 100 so that somebody else will do 110. That person that does 110 does it so that the next person will do 150. And we'll just keep increasing the number and seeing how far we can go and expanding on what we're capable of. Maybe before now, nobody knew that it was possible to stand for 100 hours cooking. But because somebody has done it, it means it's possible and it's doable. One of the major reasons why we were so intentional with filming the entire process was when I wanted to attempt this, I went online to find videos of the previous chef that did it, and I could only find 2 to 3 videos. One of the reasons why I did not know I could sit, despite the fact that Guinness did not ask me to stand, was that the few videos I saw, she was standing. Only after the attempt did I find a clip on Twitter where she was sitting. And that was when we realized, oh, Hilda Baci, you could have sat. You know? So, for me is, I knew that somebody else wants to do this after I've done it. So, I want to give you the template. I need you to see what it takes, that it is not beans, it's not child's play. So you know what you're getting yourself into. Because if you do it, oh, by all means, I wish you all the best. I've done it, and I'm happy for where it has gotten me. And I pray that it does you the same and even does you better. There's no contempt. I just hope that he has put in, he has done the right documentations, he has gotten the approval to attempt it, so he doesn't go through all that stress, and then he doesn't get, like what you asked, the validation from Guinness. So, yes, my mom, I always say I'm my mother's daughter. My mother is very driven, and she's very determined. Anything she sets her mind to do, she does it. She said she wanted her children to go to the best schools, she did it. She said, she always puts her mind to things and she does it. And I always say to myself that if my life is anything like my mother's, I just need to be consistent and I will do well. So yes, my mother has played a huge role in who I am today. Now, your second question is on teamwork. And I feel like it's important to start with this. We live in a time where a lot of people are scared to give credit, where everybody wants to come, and then something like this happens, and you want to be in a space where you're like, you can say, oh, I did it by myself. It's difficult to get to a place where there is a we. Now, that has never been the case for me. Down to my place of work, it's important to me that everybody feels seen and everybody is heard. So I try my best to create an environment where we understand that we're on the same page, we can disagree, but there's a common goal. Now the question is, are you for this common goal or are you against it? Now if your answer is that you are for this common goal, then we will find a way to align. We will always find a way to align. a lot of people don't understand that emotional intelligence plays a huge role in ensuring that you're able to communicate with people and have a good working relationship with everyone. That doesn't mean that, there was a lot of teamwork, but it doesn't mean that we didn't have our conflicts. We did. I think I even posted a video where we spent like hours debating. We had an entire debate for at least 2 hours in one of our strategy sessions for something about the cookathon, during the prep time. But in the end, we were all still laughing. Everybody didn't go away getting what they wanted, but we just understood that this is for the greater good. And if we go with this decision and it doesn't work out, we pivot and we go to the next decision. It's not a do or die thing. We just need to understand and respect and regard everyone. So that's very important to me. Like, even in my place of work, I try my best to make everybody feel heard and make everybody feel important. It doesn't mean that we cannot do without you, but while you're here, your input is very, very, very important. And when people feel like they are important to you and their input is necessary and you value them, they will put in their best. Because now they are not struggling to fight for their interest, because they know that you're also about their interest. And that's just it. I think as human beings, it's important that we make a conscious effort to be decent human beings, because once you are a decent human being, it projects in every single thing that you do. It projects in the way you relate to your colleagues. It projects in the way you relate to your friends. You shouldn't just go into a relationship or a conversation or a meeting thinking of how much you can take. Think about how much you can give. It's important that there is value exchange in every single thing you do. Whether you are, having a brand conversation, or it's a friendship, or it's a relationship, you shouldn't just be there thinking about what they're giving to you, but how am I making this person's life better? How am I making this person's life easier? Which is one of the things that prompted everything at the cookathon to be free. Because I said, you want Nigerians to come and support you, but they have problems. They're going to leave their problems at home and come. You need to create an experience for them that they would enjoy. So I thought to myself, why don't we create a system where when they do ask, so far you can come in, everything is free. There's no high table, there's no low table, there's no VIP, there's no special treatment, there's no, oh, this food is for this kind of people, or this drink is for this kind of people. Because that's where the problem starts from. Oh, you don't think I'm important enough. Oh, I need to be this before you attend to me. I don't care for that. Everybody is important, because we all have 24 hours in a day, and I'm giving you my 24 hours. Even if I'm not a celebrity, I could have used that time to do something better for myself. So that has always been my watchword, and I would say that is one of the things that has prompted a lot of teamwork in every single sector.